What's up, beautiful people? I hope you are well. This is your maths coach. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we begin today's lesson, I have a favor to ask you. To help this channel grow, please subscribe and press that bell icon. Also, please share with your friends and your family and your neighbors, anybody that may benefit from the content on this channel. So, how does the difference of two squares work? Well, you'll be given a x squared value minus a number usually, and this number is usually a square number, okay? And what happens here is you can follow this format, okay? So you'll have your double brackets, and what you do is you write x in there and you write y in the other. You're basically square root of these values, okay? And here you'll put a plus and a negative, or it could be a plus in this one and a negative in that one. Now, how do we know that this is the factorization of that one? Well, you can check it. What you can do is you can expand each of this out. So this term here, x times x is x squared, then x times minus y is minus xy, and then you go on to do this one now. So y times x is plus xy, and then y times minus y is minus y squared. Now, what you'll notice here is you have a minus xy plus an xy, which is simply they cancel, leaving you with x squared minus y squared, which is exactly what you started with at the beginning. So a quicker way of doing that is to just put the double brackets in here and write those values in like that. Now I'm going to show you this with an actual example. So if you have, let's say, x squared minus 16, we start off with our two empty brackets. We write an x here, we write an x here, which is a square root of that. Now 16 is obtained by doing 4 times 4. So we'll do 4 there and a 4 there. And we'll put a plus in here and a minus in here. And you could check this as well to see that this is factorized correctly by doing x times x, which is x squared, x times minus 4, which is minus 4x. 4 times x is positive 4x. And then 4 times minus 4 is minus 16. And look here, they will cancel because minus 4x plus 4x, they cancel. And then you're left with x squared minus 16, which is exactly what you had at the start. So this is the factorization of that. I'll give you another one that you can do at home. You can pause the video and do it yourself. So if you have, for example, let's say 4x squared minus 81. So pause the video, do it yourself, and then come back and join. So what did you get? You should have got two brackets here. And in the first bracket, you'll write down 2x and 2x. Why? Remember, the square root of 4 is 2. So 2x and 2x in both brackets. Now 81. 9 times 9 gives you 81. So you'll write a 9 there and a 9 there. 1 plus, 1 negative. And this is 4x squared minus 81 factorized. That's the factorization of that. Just in case you want to test what we've learned with the difference of two squares, with what I've been teaching you in this lesson with the AC method, I'm also going to show you that as well, all right? So if you have x squared minus 36 and you want to use our AC method to factorize this, I'm going to show you how that works. So here, our A value is 1 and our C value is minus 36. Now remember, we don't have a B value, okay? So minus 36. So we do 1 times minus 36, which is minus 36. So these are all the factors of 36 that you've seen previously. And what are we looking for? We know that when we multiply, we want to get a minus 36. And when we add, we need to get a b. But there is no b here. Our b term is 0. So what we want to have is where we add them together and it gives us a 0. Now, this is where we need to be looking then. Because if you have a positive 6 and a minus 6 and you add them together, then you get a 0x. And when you multiply a plus 6 and a minus 6, you get minus 36. So here we'll use our same method as we used before. So we have x squared and minus 36. And we're going to do plus 6x minus 6x, because remember we want a 0x because there's no 0 here. So that's that. And then from here, oops, same color that is. So from here we will factorize as we did before. So x plus 6, negative comes here, 6 and 6, common between them is a 6, and then we have x, and then we want a minus 36, so we want a plus here, and there we go, those two brackets are the same, so x plus 6 in one bracket, okay, and then what's left over is x minus 6 in the other bracket. So using our AC method, we can also factorize this as well. But the quicker way is what I've just shown you in the previous example. Okay, now at the start of this video, I started off by telling you that there is a quicker method to the AC method, and probably quicker than any method that you know as well, okay? Unless it's this method, of course, okay? And what this method is where you had two empty brackets. Now this is a bonus section, okay? This is just bonus content for you guys. Maybe some of you are getting the hang of it and you want to understand it quicker, you want to save yourself some time in that exam, and this AC method, you know, it takes a few more minutes to get done, so you might want to use this method, okay? Now remember, the reason I don't sort of advocate this method is you do a lot of it in your head. Okay, so a lot of working out is done in your head. All right, so how it works is you have x squared plus 8x plus 12 here. Okay, you start off by writing the x's because you want x times x to give you that x squared. And next what you do is you're looking for two numbers here that multiply to give you a plus 12 and add to give you 8. Now it might help you to have your 12, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4 written down here. Okay, and which of these combinations gives you 8? This one gives you 8, okay? So you can write them 2 and the 6 down here, and it can be in any way round at this stage because there's no value, the value here is not greater than 1, so it can be written in either way. The 6 can be here and the 2 can be there, it's not a problem. And then next what you do is both of them are positive because you want a positive 12, so there you go, and that's the factorization of that. Okay, so if you do understand this way, go for it. I will do another example just to show you here. Okay, so let's have a look with 2x squared minus 13x plus 6. So once again, you start off with two empty brackets. Okay, now in the previous example, we just put x and x. Here we've got 2x. You have to decide which one you want to have your 2x in, because 2x won't be in both of them, okay? Because remember, 2x times by x is just 2x. If you put a 2x here, you'll end up with 4x squared, okay? So now you want to look at the 6. Remember, these two numbers, whatever they are, they have to multiply to give you 6 and add to give you minus 13. Now, if you look here, you got 1 and 6 and 2 and 3, okay? These are the factors. None of them actually add to give you 13. So you might seem as though you're in a bit of a pickle here, but you're not, because of this 2. You see that 2, when it multiplies with whatever is here, it's going to double it by 2. Okay, so out of these pairs, this is where I was saying to you that a lot of this is done in your head because you're going to trial and error these values. Okay, so let's just start with let's say the 3, okay? I'm going to put 3 in here and I'm going to put the 2 in here. I'm choosing this pair here, okay? So 2x times by 3 is 6x. And now this can only make it 8x or minus, or 4x, okay, if it's a minus, okay? But I want minus 13. So these two pairs won't work, okay? Often you may want to swap them around as well to check that, but the pair that I want is 1 and 6. It's this one. Now I want a 13. You see, I want to increase my multiplying straight away. So I'm going to put a 6 in here. I'm going to put the 1 in here. Watch what happens now. 2 times 6 is 12. I want to have a 13. So if I put a minus here, and I put a minus in for that one, and I'm allowed to have that because I want to have a minus 6 when I multiply. So minus 1 times by minus 6 is positive 6. Then what happens is I can now, if I just expand it, so 2 times minus 6 is minus 12x, and then 1 times x is minus x, and then minus 1 times minus 6 is plus x. You see in the middle here, minus 12x minus x gives us minus 13x. So I have 2x squared minus 13x and plus 6. So can you see these two combinations do end up giving me minus 13x. So this is the factorization of that. But like I said, if you can do this method, use it. My advice to you guys is use the AC method, because the AC method is going to get you these questions, and even when this number is greater than 2, it can be 3, 4, 5, whatever, okay? The AC method is the most robust way, and I find that students just need one way, one method that is sorted for them, and they can rely on in that exam. Why don't you try these two questions using that method where you just put the brackets in yourself and try to figure out which numbers go where. Try that yourself and then come back to this. All right, so what do we have here? We have two empty brackets here. We have an x and an x here. And we want to multiply to give us 10 and add to give us minus 3. So the only two numbers that we can possibly use here are 5 and 2. Okay, because minus 5 plus 2, there you go. That's what we actually want. Okay, gives us, when we add it, minus 3, and when we multiply, it gives us minus 10. And just check it, just make sure that you've done it correctly. So x times x is x squared, x times minus 5 is minus 5x, 2 times x is plus 2x, and 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. So what do these two in the middle, when you collect them up, you get minus 5x plus 2x, which is plus 3x, sorry, minus 3x and minus 10 when you collect them up. Okay, so there you go, x squared minus 3x minus 10. So that is the factorization of this. As for this one, again, you put your two brackets in here. So you got 3m in the first one. I'm just going to put 3m in the first one, whack it there. Don't have to worry about it. And now I want to have multiply to get 4. Now, once again, remember, okay, that whatever you multiply over here, okay, the 3 will increase it drastically. Okay, so it won't just be whatever number you put in here. So the factors of 4, okay, might help you just to write it out, okay, are those values here. Okay, these are the factors 1 and 4, 2 and 2. So you can have either the pairs 1 and 4 or 2 and 2, right? Let me just try 2 and 2 just to show you what happens. If it is the right answer, then it's the right answer. Okay, so we want to get a minus 8. So 3m times by 2, I think it would end up being the right answer actually, which is we want a minus, so there's a minus there and a minus there. So 3 times 2, which is 6, and then minus 2 times m, which is minus 2m. So minus 6m minus 2m, and that gives us minus 8m, so that's the middle sorted out, and then 3m times m, which is 3m squared, and then minus 2 times minus 2, which is plus 4. So here you go, you should have 3m minus 2 and m minus 2. And that's that one. That's just a bonus though, okay? So if you guys are comfortable with this one, then by all means, go for it, use it. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson, guys. I hope you can now have a method, a robust method that you can rely on in that exam to solve your quadratics, okay? Don't be stressing in that exam because you've got a method. It might take a few more minutes, longer than the other method that I showed you at the end of this video, but you have a method that you can rely on, something that even checks for you in the exam. Remember those two brackets that are going to be the same, even tells you in the exam whether you've done it right or wrong, okay? So goodbye, guys. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please share with your friends and family if you found this beneficial. And please help the channel to grow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.